Just, wow. I have one more NFL thing, and I don't even think I'm really going to do it. Like, I just wrote it down because I saw the headline and thought it was okay. Then I read the story and I was like, no, that's dumb. Emmitt Smith, through the media, says to Pac-Man Jones, basically, I don't have any problem with you if you stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble and you'll be okay. Don't do anything wrong and you're fine. Duh. So when I first saw the headline, I'm like, oh, I'll have to look into this. I even wrote it down in my little book. Then I got to reading it. I'm like, okay, thanks. I mean, come on, is there anybody in the world that couldn't have told Pac-Man Jones that? Hey, man, you better not get in trouble. Come on, Pac-Man. So thank you, Emmett, for enlightening our nation on what Pac-Man needs to do to be okay in Dallas. Well, hey, you should probably stay out of trouble. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Emmett. You deserve to be the all-time leader in rush yards. You were so awesome. You totally made your line not the other way around. You totally made that offensive line. Emmitt Smith, better dancer than a football player. Let's see, I'll leave him alone. I'll leave Marvin alone, man. I'm just saying, I'm very disappointed. I am very disappointed. You know? It's just, what? It's not the Marvin that we all know and love. This guy doesn't complain to refs. He doesn't celebrate in the end zone. Nice guy. He's like a nice guy. Has his nice little mustache. Right? That he won't get rid of, even though it's totally not cool to just have a mustache. Unless it's one of those old-time curly ones. I'll argue all day on that. He was looking out for his bar is one thing. I mean, that explains the fist fight. But come on. You don't need to chase somebody out and then fire 7 shots into a city street with children present at 5 o'clock. Don't need that part. It's uncalled for. There's no good explanation, and there's no feasible way that Harrison doesn't have something to do with this. He doesn't at least know who did it. Ellen says if you went to Peyton's place and did that, Manning would get mad too. Yeah, but I doubt the result would be the same. I don't think that Peyton would go chasing anybody out of his bar with a gun. No. Yeah, Tiffer says he'd have bouncers to take care of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where are the bouncers at in this bar? This is in a rough and tumble neighborhood in Philly, of all places. You know, not in, like, Indy. I mean, it's like Philly. You gotta have some bouncers there, man. That's rough. I mean, Marvin Harrison's like, man, I do it all. I tend bar, I make the wings, and I beat ass when people get out of line. Like, what? Don't you have people to do that for you? Don't you have bouncers to take a guy out back and beat him? You have to do that yourself? You, a man who's worth millions and millions of dollars, are out fist fighting with someone on the street, a drunk patron? Huh? I always took Marvin to be a smarter, more classy guy than this. Ellen says in Peyton's bar they have live plants. It's just not very rough. No, I'm sure it's not. Because Peyton Manning was, smart enough to set his place up in a respectable area where there aren't, people shooting up city streets. Hey, listen, and nothing to get Marvin Harrison, staying true to that's where he's from. Right? He wanted to, you know, probably put something nice in his old neighborhood, but there's downsides to that, man. It's great to want to give back, but there's ways to do stuff. I mean, give back, you build a park, and you donate money, and you fund some stuff. Doesn't mean you need to go 10 bar in the middle of the hood. That's just dangerous. Giving back is great, but you have to be smart about it, especially when you're worth millions of dollars personally, and you're worth millions of dollars to a franchise. You are somebody else's property, kind of. That someone has made a large investment in you. And you're waiting tables at a restaurant in the hood because you're giving back? I mean, come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that.